Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your 2021 50th Anniversary Homecoming Parade. I'm Lexi Thailendi here with Devin Campbell for SATV.
We're here at Mount Royal Boulevard to bring you the action of this wonderful Shaler area community event.
So Devin, last year was technically the 50th year of Shaler Area School District, but due to COVID restrictions, we were not able to celebrate this milestone.
I'm really happy to be back, so come along with us as we share this 50th anniversary of Shaler Area Homecoming 2021.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here at the Titan Stadium for the annual Meet the Titan Night. Yo, we are the Shaler Area Boys Soccer Team!
We're the Shaler Area Girls Tennis Team and you're watching SATV!
I'm here with the members of the football team, here to ask them some questions. So, how do you feel about the season so far?
So far, we've been doing great, and I think we're going to finish out strong, too.
Oh, we're going to do really well, I feel.
And how do you think you're going to do with the rest of the season ahead?
Pretty good. Our legs are feeling strong. We're at the peak of our training, and we're ready for Saturday's race.
Yes, we've done really good. We've only lost one, so, yeah.
We did really well. We destroyed Newcastle. We set them back to where they were. They thought they could beat us. We put them in the ground.
And out of all the teams here, who do you think's going to win the sack race?
Us! Tennis! Come on! Tennis!
We are. No, doubt us.
I think we have a good shot. Could be us.
I think we're going to crush everybody. We're going to dominate.
Obviously,
Is that a question? Yeah. Like, come on.
Obviously us, because we're just too good, and I feel like nobody's going to beat us. Titans are coming.
Alright, I'm here with the first annual sack race winners.
You need to have an orange
Hi, my
ticket.
name's Jason Lambert. I'm Tyson Renau.
And if
How do you guys
have an
feel that
orange
you won the
ticket,
first annual sack
your
race
number
for Meet the
is
Titan Night?
Oh, it definitely feels
171.
good.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is all for SA Meet the Titan Night. I'm Gabriel Woods for SATV. Thank you for watching.
And before our parade starts, we're going to give a special shout out to the members of the Shaler Area School Board. Mr. James Tunstall, President. Dr. April Kotowski, Vice President. Miss Suzanne Donahue. Mr. James Fisher. Mr. Tim Gapsey. Mr. Jason Majeski. Miss Jean Petrovich. Miss Eileen Phillips. And Mr. Steve Romack.
Now we'd like to give some thanks to Shaler Area School District administrators. Superintendent, Dr. Sean Aiken. Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Brian O'Block. For our high school administrators, we have Principal Dr. Timothy Royal, Assistant Principal, Mrs. Joanne Townsend, and Assistant Principal, Mr. Tom Misko.
And for our high school activities, we have Activities Director Mindy Thiel, Assistant Activities Director Holly Sedlecki, and Homecoming Coordinator Tony Sarkis.
Looks like our parade is about to start. For today's commentator, we have Miss Phyllis Schatz.
Up first, we have the Shaler Township Police Chiefs. We are very fortunate to have with us today Chief Timothy Rodman from the Etna Police Department, Chief Tom Komorski from the Millville Police Department, and our very own Sean Frank, Chief of Police from the Shaler Township Police Department. We are honored to have these gentlemen lead us to the festivities. So let's get the parade started.
Now we have the Allegheny County Police on horses behind the Shaler Police.
We have the VFW Post 9199 and VFW Women's Auxiliary Color Guard Post 9199.
All these Shaler residents are cheering for the police force. Right behind our VFW, we have our fire company from Millville.
I think it's really cool that we can get all of our fire companies out here to support our community.
I think it's really nice. Every year, our police department and fire department will throw candy out to our crowds and all of our residents.
Following right behind them, we have the Shaler and Hampton EMS.
Now we have our Syra Highlands Pipe and Drums Corps. We have all of our residents cheering for them.
Following right after them, we have Tim Swickrath Carriage Service. Homecoming judges: Susie Fisher, Aaron Hollenbaugh, Heather Logan, Julie Sadowski, and Kim Valerino. We thank these wonderful people who will judge the floats and banners. Winners will be announced at halftime.
The horse and carriage will be located in the children's activities section after the parade. We will be giving the children free horse and carriage rides as well as ponies. Shaler Area School District homecoming banners. The Little Titans football players and cheerleaders.
It's good to see all these little kids that are going to be the future of Shaler Area's program.
Now that we're on homecoming, let's talk about how I can't wait for homecoming this evening.
Yes, I'm really excited that we get to have a real dance this year because we didn't last year.
Even though it's on the turf, I think it's still going to be super fun.
Following the Little Titans football players, we have the mini cheerleaders.
They're so cute, and their cheerings are super cute.
All these little girls are cheering.
They're very loud. I can't wait to see what they do in the future. They look like they go from ages really young to up to like elementary school. Oh, everyone's cheering.
Oh, the crowd is cheering for all the little cheerleaders. Now up next we have the fire company for reserve.
For our cheerleaders, we had
Coming up behind them, we have the parade marshals, SASD nurses, and health office aides.
It's good to see that the health get the recognition that they need.
Following up behind them, we have the Shaler Area School District cheerleaders. Their sponsors are Becky Trotman and Phyllis Schatz. For
this parade, the cheerleaders are the well-known ones. very important when we walk down the parade, and they're very loud and nice to see come out and support our Shaler area.
Yeah, it's good to see these girls come out and support Shaler area. I'm sure they're getting excited to cheer for the game this afternoon after the parade. And here comes your alumni cheerleaders from years past.
Walking down next is our alumni banners from the from 1951, 1960s,
In the 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, and the 2000s. I think it's really cool to see all these people that graduated in years past of Shaler, to see who's all gone to Shaler and show that everyone.
It looks like they put a lot of effort into the banners, which is super cute.
The good thing about Shaler area is that, like, if you've gone to Shaler, you can just come to the parade and, like, support still, even though you might have graduated.
I love this parade. It's really great to get our whole community come out here. It doesn't seem like any other school districts do this, so it's a really great way to keep our community together. Everyone's clapping and applauding our class of 1951, 1960s, and 1970s, 1980s, and 1990s.
And the 2000s.
They made us better today, made this parade fun.
Yeah, I agree with that. Coming up on our more recent years of Shaler, we have the 1980s,
the 1990s, and the 2000s. It's still great to see that they're still willing to come out after 30 or 40 years.
Coming up next, we have our Shaler area primary schools.
First up, we have Birchfield and the principal, Mr. Jeff Rodchick.
Next, we have Marzoff with Mr. Rick Pelkoffer as our principal.
Next, coming up, we're going to have Reserve, our principal, Mr. Marty Martuzewski.
And for Scott Avenue, we have Miss Cynthia Fote, principal. It's really cool to see all these little kids out here because I went to Birchfield myself, and where did you go?
I went to Reserve. I really miss those days. They were honestly so fun.
Going to those schools was so nice, and all the teachers are so friendly.
It's so crazy. In a couple years, they're going to be all coming together, and they're going to make so many more new friends.
Yeah, I remember whenever I was getting excited to go into the elementary school.
Yeah.
Following the primary schools, we have the Etna Fire Company. We already went through the Millville and Reserve Fire Company, and it's just cool to see how each of these represent a different part of the community.
Now we would like to give a special thanks to Becky Stoffer for getting this group together for us. The club was founded in 1971 at Leon's Tavern on Babcock Boulevard. The purpose of this club is to encourage members to acquire, preserve, restore, and exhibit and make sure antique, classic, and special interest automobiles. They also promote the introduction of ideas and fellowship among its members. It's really great to see how they have restored all these historic cars and have them out here today driving.
Yeah, I remember whenever I was little coming to this parade, these cars were here even then, and I thought that they were so cool looking at them, and even now.
They're super cool. The values definitely went up too.
These cars seem like they're throwing candy at the kids, and they seem super excited about that.
I was always excited to get candy from the cars. This is a long line of...
Yeah, there's a lot of cars that they've renewed, and now they look super cool. I think it's super cool that they still work.
Yeah, me too. It looks like we have some of our high school students in the back of these cars, including primary and elementary schools. That looks like super cool experience to do too.
That looks like super fun, especially because they're little. They'll probably remember this and like be like,
oh, I want to go to the parade.
Yeah, I want to go to the parade, and I think Shaler's super cool for letting them do that. All the fans are cheering on the little kids, and
oh, Deb, look at this. Coming down, we look like we have a lion on the back of this car.
Oh, that
is super interesting and funny.
That is really funny. I wonder, what does that represent?
I really don't know. It says lions. I mean, I can imagine a lion. It represents the Lions Club, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
That's super cool.
That is super cool.
Everyone's waving
All
to the
little
lion.
kids seem super excited to see this. We're coming to an end of our cars here, but those were super cool to see and see how many of them there were.
Yeah.
Following these cars, we have our SASD administration. We have our superintendent, Dr. Sean Aiken, deputy superintendent, Dr. Brian O'Black, business director, Miss Sherry Ludwig, coordinator of academic services, Mrs. Eloise Milligan, and our director of student services, Mrs. Kathy Grzak.
We also have our banner for Shaler Area Elementary. We have Mr. Ian Miller. We have our assistant principal, Mrs. Heather Burney. The assistant, another assistant principal, Mrs. Venice Piveronis. And our activities director, Mrs. Heather Oros. It's Venus. In the camera now, we have our Rods Rigs of Syra. We are the Rod Riggs of Pittsburgh Shrine Center. Our mini tractor trailer unit was formed in 2002. We travel all across Western PA and also into the Ohio to parade and collect donations so that we can help support the 2022 Shrines Hospital of Children's. Our units travel to Virginia Beach each year to compete against all of the Shrine units in the Mid-Atlantic Shrine Association.
Next up, we have the Shaler Area North Hills Library. Everyone uses this library. It's like the main library, and it's like super cool they can make it out here.
Yeah, I remember going up there after middle school. I would always walk up there and I would read some books and just...
Me too.
That. No.
I mean, you would go up there for a field trip at some point and have to go in there?
I've never even been in there.
The freshman float. For your freshman king, we have Ryan McGavick. Our freshman attendant, we have Savannah Gray. And our other freshman attendant, we have Christina Mendoza. For the description,
we fear not Titan fans. Here comes the freshman class float to save the day. The Penn Trafford Warriors don't stand a chance against our Titans, especially with Bob the Minion kicking the perfect field goal to secure this victory. Gru the Master Villain will be so proud of his minions, helpers, who will be heroes of their homecoming. It's time to celebrate with a treat, a big yellow banana. Go Titans.
I'm so done. I'm so done.
Wow, their float looks super good. I think they did a really good job in it, but I think our sophomore class is going to be better.
I think our sophomore class might top it off. I hope. But that's really cool that the class of 2025 put a lot of work into that, it seems. It's super cool. Now coming down, we have our next Shaler department for fire. We have our final Shaler area department. We have Shaler's department. JK.
That is not the final fire one, but
I lied.
The Shaler Villa. Thank you. Next up, we have our Blessed Trinity Academy. Blessed Trinity Academy is dedicated to academic excellence by challenging each child to their full potential. They model and teach Catholic morals and values while committing themselves to the service of our school, our parishes, and the surrounding communities. It is their mission to provide a nurturing environment that enables our students to reflect, collaborate, and develop their talents and abilities as they strive to become strong Catholic leaders for the 21st century.
Now coming down, we have our St. Matthew Parish. St. Matthew Parish is comprised of 4 area churches who merged in 2020. They are all St. Church in Etna, Holy Spirit Church in Millville, St. Aloysius of Mount Troy Road, and St. Bonaventure in Glenshaw. The new St. Matthew Parish is led by Father Jim Gretz.
Up next, we have our Sensation Marching Units.
For our Sensations Marching Unit, for celebrating 29 years, please welcome the Sensations Majorettes in Guard. They are under the direction of alumni Joanne Kaiser Garandi and Maria Garandi Loescher. With the assistance of Jenna Shera and Stephanie Henderson, the group is an independent organization in Shaler area. and hold many national, international, regional, and state titles, consisting of twirlers for the Tri-Country area. These sensations welcome back and proud to feature former Shaler majorette and sensation twirler Rachel Zaccharies, Slippery Rock University twirler co-captain. Fire twirlers are Abby Kutzman, Maddie DeTingler, Angela Gizzi, and Carolina Obiela. For your safety, we ask you to please remain on the curb while the group performs.
Next, we have our sophomore float, and for our sophomore queen, we have our friend Hannah Kloss, and for the
She looks so pretty.
sophomore attendant, we have Isabel Duktovic and May Angle. It's super cool to see our friends out there in the parade for what all they've done to help with the float. For our float, we have brought the Olympics back to Shaler area from one of our many floats in the 2000s with a twist of bringing the icons from the decade. We have many 2000s hits that made their way onto the podium. In first place, we have the iPhone that Apple made in 2007, and it was a huge hit. The runner-up taking silver is the one and only SpongeBob, who have to say hi to everyone. Finally taking the bronze, we have the Lightning McQueen with his wheels turning. We are bringing back the 2002 Olympics held in Salt Lake City with the symbol that Olympics is the famous Olympic rings. We hope you enjoy the 2000 hit Olympics and have decided to do.
Last night, it seemed like a lot of our high school students went to the float building place to help finish building our floats. I saw a lot that on social media. They had masks on. Everyone was willing to go and help out our Shaler Area High School because we're just really close to the community.
I actually went for a little bit, and there was a lot of students there helping out to make the parade float. Float building is a good experience to like bond with like your friends and like help out make this.
It's super fun, and even if you're not that,
Looks like it's your Shaler area football team
coming through.
Yep, ready to take the dub today against Penn Trafford.
Woo! Everyone's cheering.
Go Shaler!
Okay, now to talk about the floats again, it's super cool to see everyone come out, even if they're not that creative, and help out with this float building. It's just a super fun thing to do.
It's a really good experience.
We have a lot of our sophomores on the back of the thing. Next up, we have our fire company, Undercliff. It seems like a lot of the people are walking down in front of the fire thing. It's really great to see them out here and supporting.
Looks like this year they brought a lot of trucks to the parade. Okay, this last truck for the fire company leads us to the Cub Scouts, Pack 157.
Looking for something to do in your spare time? Pack number 157 is looking to recruit all interested boys from the 1st to 5th grade. Please visit the website www.pack157.com if you're interested. These boys are super cute, and it looks like they're having a lot of fun. Next up, we have our Shaler Area Middle School banner coming down. For
our principal, we have Mr. Eric Stennett, Assistant Principal, Mrs. Shannon Howard, Activities Director, Mr. Tom Gray, and our Assistant Activities Director, Mr. Jay Hellinger.
The Shaler Area football boys are on the back of the car throwing footballs. They look like they're having a lot of fun. It's super nice to see them out here coming to watch our Titans hopefully after for the game later. And hopefully we see them later.
Hopefully we see them in the future making it out playing on this day too.
Now coming, we have our Total Karate Studio. The Total Karate is a Shaler's premier martial arts school established in 2003 and offering classes in Tang, Sodo, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for both children and adults. This is a super cool sport. You don't see this a lot, and it's super cool that we have this out here and in Shaler's community.
Coming up next, we have our junior float. For our junior queen, we have Melanie Masato Santiago, and for our junior attendant, we have Talia Strunagel.
She looks super pretty. Her dress is a really pretty color.
I think she looks really good today.
Okay, for our junior float coming up, we have Scooby Dooby Doo. Where are you? Is the junior class float. Scooby and Shaggy are breaking it down disco style underneath a sparkling disco ball. They are framed by a colorful rainbow from the 1977 junior class float. On the opposite side of the rainbow, there is a hippie flower surrounding the title of the junior class of 2023. Shaggy and Scooby and the junior class would be happy to see you. They used the 1977 junior class float and they recycled it to use it on their float. That's really great to see.
I think that's really cool that they did that.
I can't tell whose float's been better. We're gonna have to wait and see.
I know these are all super good, but this one is looking really good.
This one is looking really good. It looks like they put a lot of time into it.
Coming up next, we have Dance Junction.
They have this music blasting, dancing. It's super cute.
These little girls seem like they're having a lot of fun.
There's a lot of different dance teams within Shaler. It's really nice to see how they're all doing different styles of dancing, but all still doing one related topic.
Yeah, I think that's super cool, and like all these girls are just here to have fun, and they really seem like they are out here having fun today.
Coming behind them, we have the Shaler Sea Dog Swim Club. It's really nice to see them out here. I remember in elementary school we had swimming, and it was an experience.
It was okay, but I'm sure these kids have fun.
Are super good at it and have fun.
Coming up next, we have our Shaler Area Soccer Club.
That's really great to see them out here. I actually play soccer, and I can't wait for these little girls to come up and make our Shaler Area Titans better as a soccer when they get older. I remember being out there walking down the parade.
After them, we have our Cub Scouts, Pack 162 this time, and same thing, these boys are just so cute and seem like they're having so much fun.
It's great to see that there's different packs of them and that they're all out here. I love their uniforms, they're super cool. Next coming up, we have our Shaler Wrestling Club. Now there's a really nice wrestling room down in the high school. I wonder if they have a nice
Coming up next after them, we have the Shaler Area Little League 12U softball, which I actually play softball, so it's really cool to see these little girls out here, and hopefully they grow up and continue to play and make it to the high school.
Coming down now, we have our seniors. We have our senior queen, Rebecca Beckas. We have our senior attendant, Julian Ehrenberger, and our senior attendant, Flannery London.
Please take a moment to travel back in time to a wonderful world of the 80s. As the centerpiece of our float, we have DeLorean from the 1985 hit Back to into the future, which not only represents this year's theme of traveling through time, but was also an iconic motion picture and is very reminiscent of the 80s from the fashion from the classic actor and actresses. And no, your eyes are not deceiving you. That isn't Marty Fly in the front seat, but Miss Piggy. She was the focal point of winning float in 1981, and we chose to bring her back to honor the 50th anniversary of our homecoming festivities. You can see she has done her own travel through time as she opens the door to homecoming 2021. As smoke fills the air, lights shine, music blares, we hope you enjoy our totally tubular 80s display full of life, color, and fun.
It's great to see that both the junior and senior class are bringing up stuff from last.
It really is.
Now we have our fire company from Elfenwild coming down. This is a lot of fire trucks. It's really great to see them out here.
I'm glad every area of Shaler was willing to come out and support
and show us who protects us.
Next up, we have our Shaler Area Girls Volleyball, which I think they just had a really big win over NA, who haven't lost in 5 years. So really happy.
Great to see these little girls out here to hopefully make better. And now we have our varsity team coming out.
Yes.
And a very big win. We have the seniors on the back of the car that had a really great.
Yes.
It's really great to see them all out here. And hopefully they win us to a state this year. Oh, they have a lot of girls. It seems like volleyball for Shaler always had a lot of majority of people.
Seems really popular. Coming up next, our Shaler Area Varsity Swim and Diving Team.
This is really great. It doesn't seem like they have a lot of kids, but I heard that we're pretty good, and hopefully we win this year.
Be good. Next, we have our Beatty Fire Truck.
We had swimming and diving come by, and now we have
We also have our Shaler Area Slow Pitch Softball, our lacrosse teams, and next we have our Shaler Area Ice Hockey team. Seems like there's a lot of kids on the hockey team.
It's really great that they're out here.
Yeah.
Walking in the parade. Now coming down, we have our Beatty fire truck. The A.W. Beatty Career Center is pleased to offer a sports medicine, rehab, and exercise science program, as well as veterinary science programs to students while still enrolled in high school. These two programs join our 18 other programs that are offered and are focused on creating a college and career pathway for every student. Please join us on Monday, October 4th between 5:15 p.m. and 7:15 p.m. for our community-wide open house. Congratulations to the homecoming court.
Looks like this was our Bowerstown Fire Company driving by.
As we start to come down, it looks like we have our homecoming court coming down.
Our performing arts flow. For our performing arts queen, we have Sasha Dzorovich, senior attendant Jenna Miscusi, junior attendant Rachel Circa, sophomore attendant Zoe Reed, and freshman attendant Ava Morlinora.
It's really great. These girls they look super good, super pretty.
They all look so good.
It's really good that they were able to get out here this bright and early, all dressed up and pretty, because I know I wouldn't have been able to do that.
I would not have been able to do that either.
I'm stressed about doing this later today.
Yeah, I know. I'm really stressing over that, and they gotta get up at probably 8 a.m.
They look super good though. The dance this year is going to be outside on the turf. It's not the best thing, but honestly, I'm just happy we have it.
I'm really happy we can actually be able, because last year our friends still got pictures, but it wasn't the same without being able to actually go to a dance
and not being able to see everyone there, and they're looking in the pretty in their dresses. It's really great to see everyone out dressed up and looking really nice. I can't wait for later.
Me too.
I know when I was younger, when I was like looking at high school, I always would look and wanting to go to the homecoming dance. Even my friends would look out of the turf, and we'd look up at the cafeteria at the high school, and we'd see all the girls in their pretty dresses and all the guys all hair slicked back and everything.
I remember being super jealous of people leaving the football game early to go get ready, but we had to stay there. But now this year we can finally participate in it.
Super great. Now coming down, we have our homecoming float. For the performing arts float, they jump back into the 90s with the performing arts. The year is 1999, and it's the New Year's Eve weather. You're loading up your casket to party by yourself or watching Nickelodeon's New Year's Eve countdown just before the 12 o'clock strikes. It's time to party and reminisce before the Y2K bug hits. Grab your friends and some sparkling cider to celebrate the new year and rewind to some of the characters that made the 90s memorable. Like Bubbles from the Powderpuff Girls and Patrick Star, to represent our 90s decade, we incorporated the clock from the winning float of 1999, the senior class's New Year's Eve party.
I think it's really cool how almost like every float used something from the past to like make their float now, and it really just like shows like Shaler as a whole like
Together.
Yeah.
Coming right behind the performing arts float, we have the Shaler Area Marching Band.
Normally the Shaler Area Marching Band has won, and this year they're trying to get back that win and really strive to win again this year.
It's really the marching band for Shaler is really good. You wouldn't expect it, but they go to World, they go to everything.
They travel on all these national stages, and it's really cool.
Because they're always out here cheering on all of our other sports. They really deserve this recognition because they don't get it as much as we do because they're just out supporting all of our sports. They're really loud right now. Let's hope they're just as loud for our halftime show for our football game later. Finally, to end off our parade, we have the fire company from Cherry City. This was really great, and it's really great to have them out here to end off our parade. And this was a really great coming together for the 50th anniversary.
It was a really great, like, from last year. I think they picked it right back up. It's like we never even had to skip a year of it.
I honestly think it was better just because more people were out here because we didn't have one last year. It's super great to see this many people out from Shaler's community and cheering on our Shaler area Titans.
So concluding our parade, we would like to say a special thank you to everyone who helped make this day possible. Thanks to our Superintendent, Dr. Sean Aiken, and our Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Brian O'Black, for their continued support. To the Activities Departments, High School, Mrs. Mindy Thiel, Activities Director, and Assistant Activities Director, Holly Sidletti, and our Homecoming Coordinator, Tony Sarkis. And
Now, that was a really great parade for our 50th anniversary. It was super exciting.
I agree. I thought that was super fun, and I really enjoyed and everyone coming out here to support our community. It was really nice to get right back at it.
I agree. Thank you. I'm Lexi Tylinde here with Devin Campbell, and that's all we had for you today at the parade for SATV.